Hi everyone. It's now time for my fourth game of Jeopardy for the Sega Genesis console. I'm pretty sure this is game 4, is it? Yes, it is. I currently have... Let me bring this chair close to me before I get started. I currently have a 3-game winnings total of $88,000. I'm only $12,000 away from $100,000. Will I be able to crack $100,000 in this game? You will have to watch to find out. My opponents are John and Laura. One daily double in one of these 6 categories.
You are the category.
Classical music, Scandinavia, Sport of Kings, KK in quotation marks, 60s trivia, and USA. I think I'll give these a try, these categories a try. I'm going to go with, as my watch is 10 p.m. on Saturday, April 10th, 2010, I'm going to start off with USA for 100. The world's longest porch, 880 feet, is part of the Grand Hotel on this Michigan island. Let's see if John knows. He does. Mackinac.
You are correct.
Mackinac gets John on the board first. Country class music 100. Schubert's Incomplete Orchestral Sonata. That would be the Unfinished Symphony. I decided to switch the picture brightness on this thing. But either way, it is the Unfinished Symphony.
You are correct.
That's right. And I'm tied with John for $100, and I'm going to go back to USA for $200. Postal abbreviations include NC for North Carolina, SC for South Carolina, and DC for this. Laura rings in. Oh, the District of Columbia. Okay.
You are correct.
So that gets Laura on the board, and she overtakes the both of us, and she's in the lead with $200. Back to class music for $200. Musical accessory was parts with stick, head, hair, frog, and screw. Let's see if Laura knows. It's a bow.
You are correct.
Okay, so Laura's at the 400. Sport of Kings 100. The pari-mutuel system lets you place one of these legally. It's a bet. What is a bet?
You are correct.
Taking over second place. Back to USA for 300. At the Julius Sturgis Company in Lititz, Pennsylvania, you can learn how to twist these. Oh, John rings in. Yeah, pretzels. It did not come to me in time. Well, actually, I thought of pretzels, but I wasn't fast enough. I was kind of hesitant. USA 400. He said, a penny saved is a penny earned, and it's traditional to throw a penny onto his grave. I know Lincoln is on the penny, but I don't think that's him. It's not. It's Ben Franklin.
You are correct.
Alright, so I got some catching up to do. Laura's in the lead with 800. We're going to 60 straight for 100. In 68, Richard Nixon was one of many who spoke this laugh-in line. Laura rings in, but she doesn't know for the first time in this game. I honestly don't know. John rings in. Oh, sock it to me. Okay.
You are correct.
And we're going to sock John with the next selection. Classical Music 300. Inspired by paintings, Mussorgsky composed pictures at one of these. Laura rings in, but she doesn't know.
Sorry.
So she goes from first place to second. She goes down to 400. I don't know it myself. Let's see if John knows. Nope.
Sorry.
As a result, we now are tied for second place again. I don't know it myself, so I'm not ringing in.
No, the correct response?
An exhibition. Paintings at an exhibition. Back to John now. Classical Music 400. Considered the greatest violinist of all time, he could play a whole piece on one string. I believe it was Paganini.
Don't forget to set the timer tomorrow.
I already took care of it.
Yeah. We're showing the 2 races, but they're split.
I know.
You are correct.
Yep. That's my dad talking to me. Back to USA for 500. The Peace Garden State. It shares an international peace garden with Manitoba. I don't know the Peace Garden State. Well,
Sorry.
John apparently doesn't know it either. He drops in the hole at minus 300. Laura does. It's North Dakota.
You are correct.
Alright, so Laura's in the lead now with 900. Classical Music 500. Sacred Opera. Oratorio.
You are correct.
Yep. And I've taken the lead back. I'll take KK for 100. In the film Miracle on 34th Street, Santa Claus used this alias. That would be Kris Kringle. Of course, when I was in elementary school, there was a Christmas thing known as Kris Kringle.
You are correct.
Yep. KK for 200. Founder of the Mongol dynasty who ruled from the Black Sea to the Yellow Sea. Kublai Khan.
You are correct.
Yes. Let's go with Sport of Kings for 200. A race where faster horses carry more weight than slower ones. Handicap. Handicapped race.
You are correct.
Yes. Sport of Kings for 300. Racehorse that runs well on a wet track or a Bronx mommy. Mutter.
You are correct.
Yes. And that takes me to $1,900. That's $1,000 more than Laura. John's in the hole at minus 300. We're going to stop here for part 1. And when we come back, we'll look at these last few clues on the board. And we'll see if I can add on to my lead when we come back.